Central Association of Nigerians in the UK chair elections, which is taking place on April the 11th, 2015, which is tomorrow, Saturday. Now I'm going to be talking about the Queen of Change, the Wazobia candidate, Ronke Ali Udofia. Now, why do they call her the Wazobia candidate? That's because the name Ronke sounds Yoruba, Ali sounds from Hausa, and Udofia sounds from Akwa Ibom, I'm sure, as you've guessed. So she's a candidate. She's also the only female candidate that is coming out. In fact, the first to ever contest for the chair of Kanuk. And she's someone who is dynamic, enthusiastic, and also very charismatic and soft-spoken. She's someone who many believe can deliver the change that Kanuk needs. She's someone who has engaged so much on social media and is gaining a lot of momentum and popularity and also a relevance in the community. But don't just take my own word for it, even though my own word is good. Please watch this video of Ronke Ali Udofia, the Wazobia candidate, the Queen of Change in the 2015 Kanuk chair elections, and find out your own views about her. I look forward to interacting with you on social media. Follow me on Twitter at Diaspora360, like my page on Facebook, Diaspora360 with Jermaine, and also visit our website, www.360.diasporapr.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Now go on ahead and watch Ronke Ali Udofia as she pours out a 3E strategy for the community. Thanks for watching Diaspora 360 with Jermaine.
My name is Ronke Ali Udofia. I've been working in the community for many years. I enjoy it. I like serving people. I get a high from it. Some years ago, I've been working in the community for a long time, from university and onward, but some years ago, a friend of mine said, Ronke, come with me, I'm going down the road, I'm going not too far, I'm taking my little girl somewhere. And she took me to a school. And in that school, there were these groups of little people, little people, not so little people, big kind of people, as in teenagers, all together in this establishment. And they were all busy working, and there were these volunteers working to give them lessons, lessons in mathematics and English, and I was amazed. I was amazed that these people could spend their time building these little people. Little, I say little people because they were smaller than me, but there were some teenagers that were bigger and taller than me, there, but they were younger. And I joined them. And when I joined them, I spent my Saturday there. I saw them grow. I saw them grow with confidence. I saw them become capable. I saw them achieve. I said, wow. I realized that their parents didn't necessarily know how the educational system worked here. And I found out that many of them were children of, I think we call them first generation people. And they needed advocacy in terms of non-labeling of their children. They needed help to say how to engage with the establishment to ensure that their children could achieve. And I stand here to say that now, those young people, thank you. I need to appreciate some people here because they know the story. Those young people are graduates of grand institutions, professionals, high-standing individuals in the community today. Why do I tell that story? I tell that story because that was my beginning in this country in terms of giving back. And it was so rewarding, it was so impactful, that even now, as I talk about it, I will never look back. It gave me a hunger to continue working in the Nigerian community, a hunger to work with other people, to empower other people. It doesn't really matter who you are, where you are. It's just to empower you, to engage you. Because you know what? Everybody here has strengths. Everybody in our Nigerian community has strengths. Sometimes we just find ourselves in a certain situation that we can't just pull on that string. All they want is a helping hand, and do you know what? They stand tall, and sometimes taller than me. I don't mind. It's success. And we want success as a community. We want strength as a community to go forward. So, I've done lots of things. I've done lots of things at work. I've done lots of things in the community. I enjoy doing it. And some of the things I've done, some people have talked about it. I enjoy it. And I enjoy getting to the point of delivering. But it's not about me delivering. It's about delivering as a community. It's about the old, the young, the not so young, the people who want to be young, the handsome, not so handsome, everybody. It's about us being able to deliver and feel that sense of contentment that we've done it. So, I've done all these things. Enjoyed them. Worked in Cannock. Worked for Cannock, Central Association of Nigerians for UK, by the way. And then I decided that it's time that I serve Cannock. But I thought to myself, how do I do it? What is it that we have to give to Cannock? What is it? What am I going to do to serve Cannock? And sat down, consulted, wide, near, young, old, all kinds of people. I came up with this 3E strategy. Now, if you've heard me speak, you probably hear me speak about the 3E strategy. I may be speaking about one part of it, maybe not a part of it, not another part of it. But basically, the 3E strategy is about engaging, it's about enabling, and it's about empowerment. But I also say, I'm not just going to stand and start writing stuff. So if anybody has seen my strategy, you will see that I say, be engaged. Because at the end of the day, the choice is ours. I'm just trying to facilitate it. Be enabled. And then you be empowered. So, what does all that mean? Because sometimes we come across lots of fancy words, fancy strap lines and things, you know. So let me explain. Being engaged, I'm saying that every strata of our community needs to be part of Cannock. They need to feel that they're part of Cannock. At the moment, we have lots of people that look like me. Middle-aged women or middle-aged men. Very few of the Jermaines. Very few of our young people in the room. Very few. Very few. Why don't we have them? Why? Our method of communication. Maybe it's a bit of a... I think at best we send an email and wait for a response. Excuse me, the younger people don't communicate like that anymore. So we need to absorb modern ways of communication. We need to absorb modern ways of delivery. We need to absorb modern benefits for our young people, perhaps. What I'm trying to say is that we need to change the way that we engage. We need to make sure that we have proper representation from people, the younger people, the older people, and then there's another group of people that I don't see at all. I don't see anybody who would consider themselves as disabled. I don't see it in our community. Why? We have lots of women. We have women now. But I do not see our disabled community. Meanwhile, during the Olympic Games, who won it for us? But where are they? The other thing there about engagement, apart from geographical representation, as well as demographical representation, is also the people that have the money. We need people who have money. We know that in the United Kingdom, the third largest owners of business, the third largest minority group, do you know they're the Nigerians? So why are they not part of Canop? So that they can provide possibilities, internships, apprenticeships, perhaps, for our young people. Where is it? Where? Excuse me, who has lots of money in this room? Oh, you don't. Oh, you see that gentleman, Mr. Wisdom Consultancy, Mr. Wisdom, and you have lots of money. So he's the person who's going to provide internships for our young people. Thank you very much for putting on. Thank you. But the point I'm trying to say is that we need to be engaged, and we need to spread out in terms of the way we do that engagement. I go on to the second E, please, and that is providing an enabling environment. CANOC is an association of associations. It's not about Ronke Udofia. It's about associations that we all represent. And I believe many of you, in fact all of you here, represent one association or the other. And I also hope that by the end of today, you would have all registered with CANOC. That's given, yes? But you're all representing associations. It is your energy, your competence that needs to be brought together as part of CANOC. CANOC provides an enabling environment to allow for intersector dialogue, capabilities. So when we want to deliver things, whatever priorities that the community decide are priorities, that is what we need to deliver on. But we can only deliver on it if we come together. That's right. There's one thing that I found out from all the work that I've done in the community. Each one of us are so capable of delivering exponential, fantastic outputs individually. Let us come together. You would expect the output to be similar to that single output. Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no. So my heart just bleeds sometimes. Why? Why? We need to provide, I'm laughing at my daughter, sorry. We need to provide enabling environments that allow us to bring out the best as a group. And that's what I stand for. So that's what I mean by enabling. Enabling environments. Enabling people to have the capacity to deliver. So we talk about mentoring. Who has seen somebody who is well-read, well-spoken, looks okay? They can't even write minutes for a meeting. He would not want to admit it. And you don't expect him to admit it. He's a father. He's a big man. You know how we do a big person in the community. He will never say he cannot do it. So we need to have a way in which we mentor one another in a discreet way. Apart from the mentoring schemes for the younger, for the people who want to be mentored. So this is what I'm talking about. Be enabled. What I stand for is that CANOC provides initiatives, obviously with the agreement with the executive, and congratulations executives who are in place, looks at initiatives that allow that enabling. I'll move on quickly. I don't know how much time I have.
It's your day.
It's my day. Okay. Okay. The other point is to be empowered. Now, we have an engaged community. We have an enabled community. We have over 2 million people who are engaged and enabled. Man will then become empowered. We then pull on our leverage, our numbers, and we say, that bill, we're not going to accept it. That way that we're being treated in the United Kingdom, we write a petition, we sign it, we send it through. We need to be consulted. People here in the United Kingdom need to be consulted. And in Nigeria. But this is where we are. When we are able to empower ourselves, because we pulled on our numbers, we're engaged, we've signed up, we're enabled because we're helping one another. We are then an empowered group. We can then sign petitions, let them go to the House of Parliament, say we demand that this issue is heard. We demand that this is what we want. We're also able to influence policies in Nigeria if we have the numbers. We're talk about diaspora vote at the moment. We talk about it. What are we doing about it? We just make the noise. What are we doing? We need cohesive, constructive effort. And we can only do that if we are empowered. And we are only empowered if we can. We are enabled, and first of all, we're engaged. Sorry, I get really passionate about this. Because it's almost like, let me link hands with you. You hear me say, you link. Together we can do this. I cannot do it alone. I believe, and I've said this many times, I believe so much in consolidated leadership. Leadership is shared. Kanuk is about an association of associations. It's not about Ronke. It's not about any one person. It's about your community behind you. It's about your community. It's about your community. We are all leaders, and we have a responsibility to bring ourselves together. And together with the strength